What's up, taters? This is Tree from treeoflogic.com, and I know. Where you been, Tree? Where you been? Well, honey, I come here bearing gifts. You see this, how should I be nice? This, uniquely looking liberal female before you. This is Katie Porter. And she's trending on Twitter right now. She was trending yesterday. And so I decided to just like look into it, and oh my Becky, you are going to love this video. This woman is unhinged. And this is supposed to be the woman who is running for governor to take over Gavin Newsom's job. Yeah. Oh, she's a piece of work. She is the typical, actually, she's your typical Democrat woman. So we're going to go into it. I'm not going to do a bunch of jibber jabber. I'm going to let her do most of the talking. But because of all these videos surfacing, it's a very slim chance that she will win California governor election. So let's start off with the first video. Now let me give you an understanding. I'm not going to play this. This video is a minute and 45 minutes long. Now I'm not going to play like the first 45 minutes because it was irrelevant. So let me tell you what happens. She's doing an interview. I think she's doing an interview with Malene Mason, right? So she's doing for Politico. There you go. So she's doing this video. Oh, that's right, because they're going to pee right there. She's doing an interview with Politico, and her assistant, this was during COVID, by the way, her assistant just comes up in the shot, and oh boy, does she lose her mind. You know what she reminds me of? She reminds me of the character from Mommy Dearest. No more wire hangers. You're going to know what I'm talking about. Watch this.
A study recently this fall in September, and what it showed is if we don't electrify our transportation sector, that we're going to lose more than 500,000 Californians dying prematurely to air pollution and other problems, and the state could lose. Get out of my fucking shot.
I wanted to tell you that that's actually incorrect. It's not that it's electric vehicles, it's that if we don't make a commitment under the Paris Climate Accord.
Okay, it does. Okay, you also were in my shot before that. Stay out of my shot. Okay, I'm going to start again with electric vehicles saving us money.
Perfect.
Okay.
No wire hangers ever. Oh, now y'all probably thinking, okay, Tree, stop picking on the old battle axe. She could just have one off. You know what I'm saying? You know, these women, they don't get their plumbing, routinely cleaned out, okay? So, but okay, I give it to you, all right. But this is not a nice person, and I got more evidence to prove as such. So let's go to the next video. This is pretty good. I'm going to play this all the way through. So this is like 3 minutes long. But what happens is she's giving an interview. Now, who is she giving an interview with? Someone who used to work for Katie Porter sent me this clip. And let's see. They won't tell me who she's getting. Oh, and went viral. Jeez Louise. I don't know who she's getting the interview with, but just watch how she behaves. I don't even think I'm going to stop it that much. Maybe once or twice.
What do you say to the 40% of California voters who you'll need in order to win, who voted for Trump?
How would I need them in order to win, ma'am?
Well, unless you think you're going to get 60% of the vote. You think you'll get 60%. Everybody who did not vote for Trump will vote for you. That's what you're saying.
In a general election, yes. If it is me versus a Republican, I think that I will win the people who did not vote for Trump.
What if it's you versus another Democrat?
I don't intend that to be the case.
So how do you not intend that to be the case? Are you going to ask them not to run?
No, I'm saying I'm going to build the support. I have the support already in terms of name recognition. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to do the very best I can to make sure that we get through this primary in a really strong position. But let me be clear with you. I represented Orange County. I represented a purple area. Mm-hmm. I have stood on my own 2 feet and won Republican votes before. That's not something every candidate in this race can.
Okay, that's not true. That right there she just said was a lie. I'm going to have to fact check the battle axe. That was not true.
say, if you're from a deep blue area, if you're from LA or you're from Oakland, you don't have an experience.
But you just said you don't need those Trump voters.
Well, you asked me if I needed them to win.
So you don't
I
think
feel
you
like
need
this
them
is
to win.
unnecessarily argumentative. What is your question?
The question is the same thing I asked everybody, that this is being called the empowering voters to stop Trump's power grab. Every other candidate has answered this question. This is not
Correct. And I said I support it.
So, and the question is, what do you say to the 40% of voters who voted for Trump?
Oh, I'm happy to say that. It's the do you need them to win part that I don't understand. I'm happy to answer the question as you have it written, and I'll answer it.
And we've also asked the other candidates, do you think you need any of those 40% of California voters to win? And you're saying, no, you don't.
No, I'm saying I'm going to try to win every vote I can. And what I'm saying to you is that...
Well, to those voters. Okay, so you...
I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to call it. Okay. Thank you.
You're not going to do the interview with us?
Nope, not like this. I'm not. Not with 7 follow-ups to every single question you ask.
Every other candidate has answered our follow-ups.
I don't care. I want to have a pleasant, positive conversation in which you ask me about every issue on this list. And if every question you're going to make up a follow-up question, then we're never going to get there.
Now, I want you to understand something. I don't know what's going on with the Democrats news network, but they have been pushing back against their politicians, the Democrats, Democrat politicians, even the candidates that are running for a Democratic seat of some kind, whether it's a House seat, whether it's a Senate seat, whether it's a governor seat, mayor seat. They are pushing back. Now, I don't know what this is about. I noticed this on CNN. I even saw this on CBS News. And I was like, wait a minute. Why are they pushing back all of a sudden? Maybe they're tired of losing. I don't know. But here's the deal. What happened is she said, I don't want to do this anymore. And I think her team was like, homegirl, you better sit in that chair or they're going to release this footage and it's not going to look good. Look at how she dressed, though. Okay, just look at all of this. Look at all of this. Does this look like something that's happy? Anyway, I'm just saying, like, when you're just easily irritated by somebody who's on your side, an actual journalist. This journalist is a libtard. She's on your team, and you're getting irritated because she's not giving you easy questions. And you just want to get your marbles and leave and go home. Okay, Heffa, okay.
And we're just going to circle around.
I am an investigative
I have never had to do
reporter.
this before, ever.
You've never had to have a conversation with
to end
a
an
reporter?
interview.
Okay, but every other candidate has done this.
What part of I'm me? I'm running for governor because I'm a leader. So I am going to make...
So you're not going to answer questions from reporters? Okay, why don't we go through? I will continue to ask follow-up questions because that's my job as a journalist, but I will go through and ask these, and if you don't want to answer, you don't want to answer. So nearly every legislative...
I don't want to have an unhappy experience with you, and I don't want this all on camera.
I don't want to have an unhappy experience with you either. I would love to continue to ask these questions so that we can show our viewers what every candidate feels about every one of these issues that they care about. And redistricting is a massive issue. We're going to do an entire story just...
By the way, this recently happened. This is not something that happened several years ago. But you want to know what happened several years ago? Homegirl done beat up her husband. Katie Porter's ex-husband accused lawmaker of dumping steaming mashed potatoes on him in divorce filing. Let me just say this. I'd rather steaming mashed potatoes than hot grits. I'm just saying, okay? So here we go. This is from the New York Post. Representative Katie Porter scalded ex-husband's scalp with potatoes. The former husband of Representative Katie Porter said the California Democrat frequently abused him verbally and threw toys, books, and other objects at him during their marriage. That poor man. Even pouring scalding hot mashed potatoes on his head during a fight, according to the divorce records. Did you call the police? I'm going to say the same thing to him that I say to women who always complain about their husbands beating them up. Did the police come and take them to jail? No? Okay, all right. Well, then, hell, that's what you get, because you need to involve the police and make them pay. Matthew Hoffman, who filed for divorce from Porter, now you know he done had enough. Men normally don't file for divorce. I do believe it's over like 78% of divorce are filed by women. But when a man filed for divorce, you know he had enough. You are just an awful woman. Anyway, let me read that again. Matthew Hoffman, who filed for divorce from Porter in 2013, said in a request for a restraining order, dang, he needed a restraining order too, dated April the 30th of that year, that he was routinely called a effing idiot and a effing incompetent by his rage-prone spouse, who also shattered a glass coffee pot on their kitchen counter in March 2012 when she felt their house wasn't clean enough. No wire hangers! Let me tell y'all something. This woman is a piece of work. But hold on, I got one more thing to show you guys before I end the video. This woman lies on her own daughter. Apparently she has one child, which is a daughter. And she's one of these people that sit up here and tell other grown adults what her so-called daughter have said, but we know the daughter didn't say that, or she coached the daughter to say that. So here's one of them. This was from Newsmax. It's pretty funny, by the way. I'm going to let it play for a little bit. And I just want to show you, like, this is what she says.
Think about the climate change. And she said, the earth is on fire and we're all going to die soon.
Again, what are you teaching your 9-year-old? Like, why are you teaching about climate change and the earth being on fire? Which is not, by the way. Someone needs to take this woman's children away. If this is what she's telling us publicly, what lessons are she not telling us that she's...
See, here's the thing. I don't believe that's happened. I don't believe that this daughter said that this thing. I just don't believe it. Because Katie is known for lying on her daughter, okay? When her daughter grows up, I'm sure she's going to be on some, psychological medications and everything like that. But she's going to write a book, all right, to talk about just how abusive and crazy and, unhinged her mama is, all right? But here's another one. Here's another one. This is so crazy. And I got to decide if I'm going to keep the R word in here or not, but I might bleep it out and then put the word over there. We'll see. But listen to this. It's a 38-second clip, and it's the worst, second worst clip out there. This is totally unacceptable and unhinged. This is during Trump's election.
On election night, I went to pick up my daughter from water polo practice, and she's 12, and she got in the car and she was crying. And I said, did someone punch you? Like, water polo is a rough sport. I was like, did someone hit you? Did the coach yell at you? What happened? And she said, Mom, Trump won. Trump's going to win. And what if I get raped and I need to have an abortion? This is from a 12-year-old, my 12-year-old daughter. And so it was really a reminder of how scary this time is for people, and how important it is for Democrats to have strategies, both at the state level and the federal level, to make sure that we can continue to protect people's rights. So on election night...
Okay. Never happened. I know some of you all are dumb enough to think that a 12-year-old girl is going to come out of swimming. What did she say? Come out of swimming practice. And the first thing she says to her mom when she gets in the car is, oh my God, Mom, what if I get R-worded and need to have an abortion? 12 years old. Okay. Yeah. What? Whatever. Again, no wire hangers ever. The only difference is this chick is like thinner, okay? She's not rotund or, She ain't like this, okay? So there's that. But anyway, let me know what you all think by leaving a comment below this video. Don't forget to give it a like. And if you're new to this channel, feel free to subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Be sure to check out my live streams on Sunday, Monday, and Thursday, starting anytime at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Later, taters.